They had opened in May of '97 and she was born in August of '97. So, and it was just a perfect fit. I mean, and I actually drove to Anderson, South Carolina every day and left her in Oakwood. And my husband worked in Tucker, so it was difficult, but it was just a wonderful place. It was her second home. I worked for a big company in the corporate world, and the longer I was there, and became a single mom, and it was just very hard finding good child care, and decided to talk with the corporate with Frank and Melissa about opening my own school. And we looked at Anderson, South Carolina, and then we looked at Greenville and decided Greenville was the right place. I got the financing and we opened in June of 2008, and so I just had my 5-year anniversary on June 9th, and it has been just wonderful. In the beginning it was tough because you're 2 weeks before it opened. I said, what have I done? I don't know. You know, I didn't have, my background was in business, it was not in child care, but I felt like I had hired the right people, and Brandon Holcomb is the director, and he's been with me since we opened. They did everything as far as giving us a timeline of how to start things, what to do. I had worked for a large company and ran the company as like a retail store, so I did learn a lot from that, but I didn't know how to set up like your corporation, and how to, that you had to order all your brochures, and you had to buy a copier, and you had to, and there's a lot in it, but the corporate office helps me a lot with that. Really anything I have a question with, and they don't make me feel like it's not a good question. It's even when I feel like it's kind of a silly question, they're very helpful in answering those questions for me. Our first summer we had 22 kids. I remember our first advertisement, the gentleman said, did you have to rent children? So, and we always did, but and just over time, I mean, we built up to, you know, like 180 children. So, and it's definitely just because of, we try to run a very big family-oriented school that is all about the children and all about their learning and their happiness. It just gives you so much pride to see, like we just had a graduation, and we had 250 people at our graduation, because we do a private kindergarten here, and it's multi-age, so it's first grade also. And it was just so nice to see babies that started here that were finishing kindergarten. It was very emotional, because I definitely shed a lot of tears. But it's just growing up with these children and the parents, and you know, because I was a working mom and know what it's like to leave your children. Saying we started with 22 kids, and to think that we'd eventually have a waiting list, and we do, that is about 40 children deep, and we started thinking about a new center. We decided on a center that's about 5 miles from this location back toward Lawrence Road, and it should open in the fall of this year, hopefully September. So it's very exciting, and we already have 9 children signed up for that facility.